I'm always on the lookout for good information to share, and today something absolutely fell across my lap that I loved, and it's just 2 lines. Hi, I'm Dr. Mitch, managing partner of Unveil. We help people and businesses grow better. So I've been rattling on for some time about the idea of getting your message in front of other people, and something fell across my algorithm today that made perfect sense. This guy. If you don't know him, he's Steven Bartlett. He runs Diary of a CEO. He does a whole bunch of different things as well. And today he fell across my algorithm just sharing this. Now, what does this actually mean? Well, let me break it down and tell you why it's relevant to you in any way, shape, or form. So what actually is this diagram? This is the thing that you are probably not doing. You are probably making the same mistake that everybody else is doing, and it's why your message is not landing. Let's have a look at what it is. We have our completed diagram. So what does this actually represent? Well, simple quadrant. We have apathy, noise, signal, and impact, and we've got some brackets in there that I'm going to explain. The one that you want to pay the first attention to is the first one, the vertical, the signal to noise ratio. Do you want to be part of the noise? No, you don't. You want to be part of the signal, the thing that cuts through. So regardless of what your message is, you want it to get through to the person. So a business owner, that might be trying to get their pitch across to potential investors. For a marketing agent, they might be trying to get their overall message for the product that they're trying to sell out there into the marketplace and get seen by the right people. For university students who are trying to find a job and they know that when they apply for the job on LinkedIn or on Seek or something like that, and it shows you how many people have applied, that you're one of hundreds, if not thousands of people, you don't want to get trapped in the noise. You want to cut through and you want to be the signal. So that's concept number one. Now, why it says medium up the top, this is actually your medium of delivery, it's not small, medium, large. It is how you are delivering so that you are getting your signal across. Now, the very simple thing to understand here is that if you are using the exact same medium as everybody else, you are not going to cut through. You are now part of the noise. So the medium becomes really, really important. If you're that business owner that is looking to pitch to an investor because you've got a new startup idea that is really, really cool, but you are still just sliding into people's DMs on LinkedIn like somebody showed you how to do 5 years ago, and you're still using that same old methodology that you know that everybody else is doing because they're sliding into your DMs as well, well, it's not going to cut through, is it? The medium's not the right medium for it. You are now, unfortunately, part of the noise. So if you are that university student that I mentioned before who is still sending your CV in via email or answering the Seek ads or whatever it happened to be, well, you are going to fall into this noise category and not cut through in the signal. Now, there's a great example of this from Steven Bartlett as well that he shared recently. He talked about they hired a head of happiness, and the person that ended up getting the role, she had submitted a 7-minute animation on happiness, and that was the thing that made her stick out because it was a video. So the medium had changed, and it was this 7-minute video, this animation. So it wasn't just a selfie cam talking about herself. It had something interesting and unique in it. So this whole kind of process, this signal to noise ratio, you need to be up here somewhere to get any level of attention. Otherwise, you just get trapped into the noise where everybody else is. Now that we understand this concept, let's look at this axis here and understand what that means. At one end, we have apathy, which is as simple as whoever you are trying to reach with your signal doesn't care. So you might have a high signal to noise ratio. Maybe it is that video format that I mentioned before with the head of happiness from Diary of a CEO. But maybe this person made it really high level, high impact signal with a great medium attached to it that was really unique. But it went to the wrong person. So they don't care. They just got a random video animation from someone, and maybe she's emailed it to the wrong person. So right signal, right medium, but it's hit the wrong person. So they don't care about it. Over this side is where they care about it the most. It's where it's going to have some level of impact. Now, we want to have maximum impact with what we are delivering, right? Maximum impact of the thing that we are saying, the product that we are delivering, ourselves as a person. If we're putting ourselves out there for an opportunity, we want that impact to be as high as possible. Now, the sweet spot, as with any quadrant kind of model like this, is somewhere up here. We want to have a really high level signal delivered through the correct medium so that it lands somewhere over here, and we want the impact of what we're delivering to hit the right people with the right message. We are delivering the right thing. So let's say you are that business owner who is trying to get VC, they're trying to get funding. You have worked out a unique way of getting yourself in front of them so that your signal is cutting through the noise. Is your messaging correct though? Have you got your pitch down pat, or have you not? If you're that student that I mentioned before who's struggling to get a job, maybe you have found the right signal, the right medium to get through. Maybe that's as simple as you know somebody who knows the head of recruitment at the company that you're trying to go for. So you have an opportunity to take them for a coffee, and that gives you a unique opportunity. That medium changes for you. Well, you still have to prepare the message correctly so that when you get to that coffee, you are delivering it and you're delivering impact. So the message is still critical. But what we're breaking down here is that the message, the impact that we are having without the signal is going to get trapped in the noise. The signal without the impact that we're describing here is not going to have anyone care about it. The reality was where people mostly sit, and I've definitely been guilty of this many, many, many times, is that you fall into the trap down in this quadrant. This is the bad quadrant. This is where what you are delivering is just like everybody else, so it falls down into the noise and it's hitting the wrong people, so they don't care about it, and all of a sudden you are there. So from that business ownership perspective that's looking for some VC and looking for some funding, you are reaching out on LinkedIn DMs with a generic message that everybody knows is just an automation, so they're just junking it straight away. I get dozens of those messages all of the time. So it's noise, and then it's landing on the wrong ears, so they don't care about it. So your medium was wrong, your message was wrong. So that's the simplicity of how this model actually works. So now that you get the concept of this model, what can you actually do with it? What should you do with this info? Because you get bombarded with information all the time. Well, first of all, you have to be honest with yourself. Are you choosing a unique signal? Are you pushing harder to deliver in the right medium? Or are you just looking at the first Google results that popped up, or you're asking ChatGPT or asking your friend or your colleague or whatever it happened to be for advice, and you're just following the standard generic advice that you see hundreds, if not thousands of people do, and therefore you are trapped in the noise. So you have to be honest with yourself. Are you choosing the right medium to deliver your message? So that's point number one. Point number two, the actual message that you've got, is it landing on the right ears or is it landing on the wrong ears? Because if it's landing wrong, no one's going to care about it. If you do reach the people that you want to, have you got a strong enough message to get through to them? So again, for business owners, have you got your pitch down pat? Have you got the idea of your product or your service or delivery or whatever it is that makes your unique proposition? Does it actually come across clearly? Have you done the practice to actually make it work? Or have you fallen back into the noise where no one cares? If you're a university student and you're trying to win a position in front of all of these other hundreds of people that are doing it, first of all, are you choosing the right signal to noise ratio, or are you following the same process that everybody else has followed? And also remember that getting a job is a sales pitch. You are selling yourself. Are you getting in front of the right people with the right signal, but not selling yourself well? You're selling yourself short, so therefore they don't care about your message. Or are you leading with a really strong intent? You are very clear about what value you're going to add to their company or their business or whatever it happens to be. Are you up in this sweet spot or not? It is going to start with honesty. If you can't be honest with yourself and find out where you are on this graph, you've already failed. And look, I'll do you one better. If you are still unsure about your pitch, if you're a business owner, don't know how to pitch yourself, if you're a student who is trying to land a job, don't know how to pitch yourself, pitch it to me. Let me know. Slide into my DMs, drop a comment below. I'm here to help people. That is literally my purpose. So if you need some assistance with it, reach out to me. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help everybody grow better.